Oops. Hola, chica. Hola, chico. Is it Chico? Oh, no, I looked to go my tooth. Happy Canada Day. Sorry I'm running a little bit late, you guys, of course, right? Doing way too many things all at the same time. I'm not going to bother fussing with the other thing I've been trying to do. We're just going to go like full on here. Okay, so outfit, makeup of the day. Very, very casual little sundress. I actually really like the back of it. As per requested from Donna. So there you go, Donna. I look so cute, right? I'm trying to be festive. Festive and funny. I love it, right? I actually wanted to wear these all day and I forgot them at home because I just got back from volunteering, you guys. It was so much fun, and I will totally share the Canada Day celebration with you guys on an upload tomorrow. Okay, so stay tuned for that. Hi, Leslie. Happy Canada Day. Welcome, everybody. Super cute, right, Ray? I thought so. It was a cheap way to have fun, right? Yeah, Corey, you and I are not speaking, and you know why. But thank you for the compliment. Leslie, you were such a sweetheart. So yeah, today we did a whole gathering shindig where there was bands, there was blow up castles for kids, there was, snow cones and cotton candy. Is there anybody here that maybe doesn't know what cotton candy is? Surprisingly, had a person come up to the table today that had new to the country and had never tried a snow cone or cotton candy. So it was pretty fun to give him a taste of that. I thought, he was maybe 12 years old. So it was really cool to, you love cotton candy, right? I got to have some today too. And I got to make it, literally turning it in the thing on the cone. And of course, I wasn't very good at it. So I was new, right? But yes, first time ever working a cotton candy machine. It was so much fun, but a little bit frustrating when the pebbles of the sugar are like slapping you in the face, landing inside of your shirt. It's like I was picking out candy all the way home. Yeah, no, cotton candy is good. It's full of sugar, but it's good. It's a treat once in a while. Perfect for like the carnivals and those gatherings and stuff like that. It was so much fun, just Kathy. So now we're going to have a glass of wine together. Festivities are not yet over, folks. There's still fireworks and other stuff. So I'm going to carry on creating a video for you guys, and I will upload that for you guys to see what it's like tomorrow. Yeah, it's Leslie, you got it right, girl. It's just like a slushie, except it has like slushies have syrups too, right? So it's got chunks of ice but like finely ground chunks of ice and then syrup on top. So much fun. Hello, happy Canada Day. So it's not quite over. We're about halfway through the day. I just got home from volunteering and we're going to be going back to do fireworks. So exciting. Love fireworks. Yes, slushies are so good. It's been so hot here in Manitoba for like the past week, you guys. We've been hitting 30 and 40 degrees. Like, I can't breathe. That's one of those things. So anyways, I got a little dolled up for you guys with this cute little thing. I thought it'd just be fun. I like to do this kind of stuff, Anyways, so tonight's fireworks, I will share the video of the Canada Day celebration with y'all tomorrow. I promise. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the love. So yeah, it's Celsius here, but it's just brutal. And then we have the humidity. Thank goodness we had breeze today. We had wind. Otherwise, we would have just been dying. How's it going, Tambra? How's your makeup line coming along? Leslie, thanks for the compliment on the lipstick. You like that, eh? Mwah, 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 mwah. 80 degrees in Minnesota. It's just been like, seriously. I think everybody this year in North America is feeling the heat a lot stronger for some reason this year. I don't know. Feel like we're roasting. You have 90s in Kentucky? Oh my goodness, girl. Oh no. Busy, busy. Yes. You're still, are you still creating, or are you yet in the step of packaging and have you made product or no? I'm just curious. We can have a roast. No doubt. I've actually seen people doing the whole like frying the egg on this pavement because it's that freaking hot. Of course, you're not going to eat it, but it's just like, oh my gosh, as if you can fry an egg. You don't want to walk on that. Not barefoot anyway. Sheesh. I would die. The humidity is killer. No kidding, Linda. I'm totally with you on that. 5 hours volunteering was good enough. Honestly, it was really warm. You're still in the process. Are you still in the process of creating the product, or have you already done that and now you're process of packaging? You've been in the house all day going crazy. Aw. You know what's fun to do when you're kind of stuck indoors is reorganizing sometimes. You find things that you forgot you had, you get rid of stuff that maybe doesn't fit anymore. I need to go through my closets and drawers and stuff and just try. See, this is the process. You got to try it all on, see if it fits. You know, I mean, because it might be sweaters and stuff that you're not going to be wearing for a long time, right? So yeah, I got to go through my whole stock, take out a bunch of donations, and actually, what I might do is do like a bag sale. Actually, just do like a cheap. What I'll do is I'll take a photo of each item, kind of thing, and its size, and then put it into a bag and sell the bag for like $20 or something like that. But I mean, it'll be full of all kinds of clothes. So. Yes, Miss Shaylee, happy birthday. I mean, happy Canada Day. Too funny. A bag sale would be good. Yeah, well, you know, because often they're definitely not harshly used clothes. They're just stuff that maybe doesn't hang the same way or look right anymore. So I'm so French, eh? And I suck at juggling. How is that even possible? Must be the hand-eye coordination stuff. Yeah, no, I think a bag sale would be all right too. So I did have a little bit of a story prepared because, you know, let's face it, that's what we're here for. True stories. You're so funny. Okay, so I wanted to share this story with you guys. It's about the murder of Laura Bible and Ashley Freeman. This was a familiar case to some of you guys. I still have candy flakes on me. Now I gotta have to go have a shower. Okay. So the disappearance happened on December 29th, 1999. So it's a little bit of an older story, folks, but I'm sure that those of you that are in the area of the United States might remember some of this. So these two girls were high school friends and basically, you know, spent the evening together celebrating Freeman's 16th birthday. Bible had received permission from her parents to spend the night at Freeman's home. Earlier that day, the girls had spent time at a local restaurant with Freeman's mother, Kathy. At approximately 5:30 a.m. on December 30th, 1999, a passerby called 911 reporting that the Freeman home was engulfed in flames. Law enforcement determined the fire had been an arson. Inside the home where the charred remains of Kathy were discovered lying on the floor of her bedroom. She had been shot in the head. Initially, no other remains were located, leading local law enforcement to believe that it was Danny Freeman, Ashley's father, that had killed his wife and fled with both the girls. Bible's parked car was in the driveway of the home with the keys in the ignition. On December 31st, Bible's parents, Lauren and Jay, returned to the scene, hoping to find additional clues law enforcement may have missed. While walking around the rubble, they discovered what appeared to be another body and called police. The second body was determined to be that of Danny. Like his wife, he had also been shot in the head. And following the discovery, the scene was re-examined, but no sign of Bible or Freeman was found. In 2010, the Freeman's family initiated court proceedings to have Ashley declared as legally dead. The investigation in the decades following the disappearance of the Bible and Freeman, the two girls, two convicted killers, Tommy Lynn Sells and Jeremy Jones, confessed to murdering them, but subsequently recanted their admission. Jones had claimed that he murdered Freeman's parents as a favor for a friend over a drug debt. They then took the girls to Kansas, where he shot them and threw their bodies into an abandoned mine. Searches of the mine that Jones had identified proved to be unfruitful. However, Jones subsequently admitted he had fabricated the story in order to get better food and additional phone privileges in prison. In 2001, profile on Unsolved Mystery was mentioned that rumored had circulated among locals that the Craig County Police Department had been feuding with the Freemans at the time over the death of their son, Shane, who was shot by a deputy after stealing a car. While his death was ruled justifiable, Freemans had sort of threatened to file a wrongful death lawsuit. Danny's brother, Dwayne, claimed that Danny had confided that deputies had tried to intimidate him. In 2018, in April, it was reported that Ronnie James Busick, age 66, had been arrested and charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder for the deaths of Bible and Freeman and the Freeman family. So the two other suspects, Warren Philip Phil Welch II, died in 2007, and David Pennington died in 2015, who were also identified. According to the Washington Post, at least a dozen witnesses claimed all 3 men bragged about raping and murdering the Bible and Freeman girls, and went so far as to take Polaroid photographs with them. Several witnesses alleged that the 3 men killed the Freemans over drug money, and that the girls were held captive in Welch's trailer for several days before being murdered. A family witness who lived with Welch a short time after the disappearance provided a sworn affidavit that she heard conversations between the 3 men that were disclosed that the murder victims had owed the money, and that Welch kept a briefcase containing the Polaroid photos, which showed both the girls bound and gagged with duct tape and lying on a bed, with Welch lying next to the girls in some of the photographs. According to the affidavit, Welch, Pennington, and Busick had claimed to have raped and tortured the girls before disposing of their remains in a pit or a mine shaft in Pitcher, Oklahoma. Law enforcement also stated they believed the girls' remains could have been dumped in a cellar that was later covered in concrete. Are you talking about my lipstick? You're so cute, Linda. Your name is French Canadian? Love it. The lipstick killer. Oh, no, you're talking about a lipstick killer. Died in 83. William Hellrins and... Hey, I was reading that. What are you doing? Oh, you're just... Is that payback because sometimes I take down some things? Oh, well. In a public address, the Bible family issued a statement in which they stated they had been aware of the alleged photographs for years, and that at this time, all the focus is on finding Laura and Ashley. They welcomed all information leading to their recovery. Until they are home with us, they will never be over. Like, this will never be over. After his arrest, Busick told reporters he wished to speak to the Bibles. On April 26, 2018, Bible's mother confirmed that she'd spoke with Busick, but he had denied knowing the whereabouts of her daughter or Freeman. The media coverage was, of course, all over this. The disappearance of Bible and Freeman was profiled on America's Most Wanted in 2000. It was also on Unsolved Mysteries in 2001. And the case was later featured on a series, Vanished with Beth Holloway. In 2013, it was profiled on a documentary series called Disappeared on the Investigation Discovery Channel. And in September 2018, one of the main witnesses in the case against Ronnie Busick, as well as the cold case investigators who filed charges, gave their first interview to the Tulsa World for a special report. The case will feature in a new 4-part series on HLN called Hell in the Heartland, which some of us have already seen. I know I have. And that was started in June 2nd, 2019. And it's supposed to shed some more light on the disappearance of the girls and the main suspect. The show will be hosted, of course, by crime writer Jax Miller, who is also writing a book on the girls' disappearance, which will be released in mid-2020, titled By the Dawn's Early Light. So despite this being an older story and crime, this is kind of new information as well. I was intrigued when I saw the documentaries. I really wanted to shed some light on this and just keep it in people's minds and hearts a little bit, because they haven't yet found these girls, dead or alive. And we all know how crazy this world is getting. So they could very well be alive and being, caught up in some type of sex traffic thing or something. Who knows? We don't know if they're dead or alive because there's never been any body. So hopefully by sharing the story, there'll be, maybe somebody here has heard something, and there'll be that tip that will help solve that. It would be nice to find these girls alive, though. Those type of stories are so heartwarming, right? Despite them having to go through the trauma and whatever they went through, they're alive, and they can make, best of the future, right? It's just like crazy. Hey, Wendy. Hey, Carl. Hello, Bonker. Oh, just tell you that on Canada Day, you're particularly resplendent. What? No, I don't know. Carrie McDonald, Renee, loving the outfit. The headband's cute, right? I'm trying to be festive. Hi, Linda. Linda Logan. Much love. It's been a long time. Yeah, I'm so glad you're back. I don't know where Chica is. No, she was just here on the last live, hun. But you guys were here at different times, so I'll, you know what? I'll just shoot her a message and ask her if she's okay. I think she's all right. Like I said, I'm pretty sure you're making me second guess myself now, Miss Shaylee. Like, yeah, she was here. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, Carl, I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to. Yes. Well, I can't go next week at all because I'm working. So you love the look? It's cute, right? I came home in a rush and literally put this together in like 20 minutes. This is a 20-minute look. Boom, bam, boom. There you go. Done. But granted, I was already dressed. So I love this dress thing. It's cute. And Donna really wanted to see it. She was like, "You should do that on an outfit of the day." Yeah, I'm hopeful that by bringing this story forward, Miss Shaylee, that somebody will hear something, or maybe they'll see these girls, despite that there's been some years between the crime and now. It's not unheard of that we have gotten back the victims and they've become the survivor, right? So let's just pray that that happens in this case and that they are truly alive somewhere. And by bringing this case up again and keeping it on the television, on the documentaries, in people's face, online, maybe, just maybe, somebody will recognize them somewhere and do something to help them and save them, Or maybe by our prayers, they will get enough strength and courage, if they are still alive, to save themselves, like Jamie Kloss. I mean, there's just so much hope that's there because there has been no bodies found. I'm like, I believe in the power of prayer. We can do this, and together we can do it even better. So yeah, I'm really, really excited to bring it to you guys. I mean, it's bittersweet because we don't know where they are. We don't know if they're dead or alive. Although there's been some people who've come forward, all of this has been sort of, it's been disproven, and we still haven't found any bodies. So I'm hopeful. I don't know. I think that we could do something by keeping it alive, Yeah, that might work a bit better, Carl, for sure. Thank you. But I totally want to check out that burger place now. So this is what happened. Carl and I went into the city and we stopped in at this like cute little corner diner, right? And we just wanted to check the prices. Well, I mean, it was like $7 for a burger, which is really not that bad, right? But I was kind of like feeling having my Burger King Whopper with, a little bit of fry, and that was good enough, right? So I told Carl, like, you go ahead and order whatever. If you want to order something here, that's fine. I'm going to wait because we're going to pass Burger King to get back home. So I just wanted to wait for Burger King. And so when he got this burger and he's eating it in the car, and it looks like an amazing burger. Like, you just want to be like, hey, can I have a bite of that? Looking at your own, you're like, So it's been like planned that we are going to go back to that burger joint because it looked amazing, like so amazing. So I'm totally going to get one of those burgers. And you know what, Carl? Their fries look too good. We have to get fries and share it because I guarantee you it's probably going to be some huge ass portion. That was what it was. I don't want the chili on mine. I'm good without the chili, but I just want like tomato and lettuce and a little bit of mayo and, big, big burger though. I'm telling you, I'm looking at him eating it like, damn, that looks like a good burger. So totally going to go back there. Can't wait. Hey, Heather. Hi, Beth. Definitely going to go check out that burger joint and grab one myself. So cheers, y'all. Happy Canada Day. Much love. Ooh, did you have a double cheeseburger? I'm not getting a double. I saw the size of your single. Didn't you just get a single, Carl? Wasn't that just a one patty burger? Or was that a double? Because now I'm like, wait a minute. Because if that was a double, I think a one would be fine. But I thought that was a single. It was the double? Oh, okay. All right. Well, because that was huge. I think I'd be fine with half of that. And still have a kick-ass burger, be able to fit in some fries. Because you were like, I'm glad I didn't get any fries. I wouldn't have been able to eat any of them. It was so much better than Burger King. Like, it was like 5-star burger, and then there's Burger King, which is good. But I was like, now I don't want my Burger King because your burger looks so. Can we go back? That's what it was like. It was funny. Yeah, no, it was like 5-star burger. And then I had my Burger King and I was kind of like, it's good. I love Burger King, but his burger looked amazing. And I was like, holy cow, I want that. What was it called? Burger Place? Yeah, it was just this cute little corner diner thing, I can't wait to go back to there. Seriously. So, on another note, y'all, which I'm going to try and say this. I found out recently that my 16-year-old daughter decided to leave living with my parents. You guys know that my parents were the ones that took my kids, and they're the ones that moved to Ontario with them. So, which is a whole province away from me. They have now allowed her to move out of their house and move into a group home. And that's supposedly what she wants. You guys remember that I was telling you about, the Tabasco sauce incident and how I was curbed to stop sucking my thumb, and they put Tabasco sauce on me and then put me in my room for the night, locking the door so that it kind of would teach me a lesson to break my habit. They ended up doing the exact same thing with my daughter, which I was very displeased with. But I have her on a phone call recording telling me about the fact that she had that happen to her, and she was basically trying to justify it by saying, they just didn't want your teeth to be gnarly, which, displaced is what she means, right? And as she's speaking, my parents hung up the phone and cut her off in mid-sentence. And now I find out, and it's probably been a couple of weeks since this has actually happened, that she's actually living in a foster home, in a group home in Ontario somewhere. And I'm just absolutely devastated about it, because in all honesty, I would love nothing more than to love my children and have them close. My oldest is 22 this year. And, I'm shocked and happy for him. He is supposedly buying his first house, which is just amazing. Like, I just want to applaud him and just tell him good for you. He was the one that grew up and saw mommy not doing my job necessarily properly. He was the one that saw mommy hustling and grinding and working the streets. And I don't mean that with my booty. I mean that with money and drugs and all of that crap. So whatever, he was the one that kind of learned that a bit from me. So I'm pleased in a sense that it came out in a good way for him, and that he was able to, find success. And I'm extremely happy for him. If I could just tell him to his face, is what I would love to do more than anything. I would really love nothing more, than to have my kids at dinner table for Christmas this year. Like, if I could have nothing else, that would be what I would want. But the choice is up to them whether or not they want to talk to me and, build a relationship together. But I wonder now if, because my family, the people who were keeping the distance away from me, not including me in any family activities or anything that had to do with my kids and all of that, I'm wondering if now that they're not involved, if that possibility might be a little bit more there. So I just keep praying, and I wanted to ask all of you guys to please keep praying for me that that's something that happens this year for Christmas, because I would absolutely love nothing less, for real, and nothing else either. Like, I would just absolutely love that. So, and I did it without crying. I did it. I'm trying to be stronger about this, because they're growing up and they're going to be making their own decisions and choices. I mean, they're turning into young men and women. So, woman, there's 2 boys and 1 girl, right? So I just hope that they could hear this maybe, and that perhaps they'd give it a chance, give it a try. Contact me. My number has never changed. My address has not changed in 4 years, 5 years almost. So I definitely, I hope that can be a reality, because it would just make my heart overjoyed if we could just, talk, just communicate, just text, whatever. Like, I don't want much, but I'd love to be in their life. I'm going to try not to cry. So I hope it happens too. What's on fleek? Oh, lipstick's on fleek. Thank you for the chuckle. I needed to change my mind off of the heavy subject. So that's my wish. And if y'all could pray for me that that happens, I would be so, so happy to literally have nothing else but that. I love you guys. I love everybody. There's very few people that I don't like, to be honest with you. Yeah, they have been gone for a long time. So 11 years is a long time. But I'm hopeful that that might be a possibility for the future. So, requesting prayers, please. God, the good one. Hello. Good name. Maciel Bermudez. Happy Canada Day. Bonne fête, Canada. Merci beaucoup. Do you want to go and get her? Who's her, Carl? My daughter? Of course I want to go get her. I mean, I would love to buy her a ticket to bring her here right now to be with me, but it's her choice. It's not mine. And I don't want to force anything on anybody. So, sorry. We got to stop talking about this because you know me. I can't hold it back. I wear my heart on my sleeve. You guys know that. It doesn't matter if I'm mad, happy, sad. Y'all know it. You wish you was here to celebrate with me, Beth. Oh, you're so sweet. Yeah, no, I can't just go get her, Carl. She would have to decide with her social worker that she would want to contact me. And I have her social worker's phone number, and you think that I can get through to a ring? That phone number goes to an answering machine no matter what time of day you call, early in the morning, afternoon, evening. You can't text it. Me and her father, my daughter's father, have tried to get in contact with this social worker, and it's impossible. There's no office, there's no ring, there's no answer. So I don't know it's in her court. Like, it's her choice what she wants to do. And clearly, after the treatment that she's had for the last 10, 11 years from my parents, she's not feeling very loved there, which is exactly what I went through there. I don't blame her for leaving there. I just wish that she knew that I was here and so ready to be there for her. I don't know if she even knows that. And I miss her to death, you guys. I want nothing more than to be in my daughter's life, to teach her the things that I never got taught. My parents put me in a foster home when I was just turned 15 years old. So I'm not surprised that she's 16 and sitting in a foster home. I'm just a little shocked it was her own decision, because with them, they made it with me. We don't want you in the house. We feel that you're a bad influence. Your negative influence on your brothers was the excuse or reason. So they didn't even try to parent necessarily fully with me. They did what they thought they could, and then they gave up. And whatever, that to each their own, every parent has their mistakes. That was certainly one of theirs. And I felt and went through years of not, dealing with love and people and family right because of it. It was like constant going backwards, because that's all I could think about and wonder why anybody would do that to their only child. 10 years later, they take my kids, and then they 10 years later from that choose to give her over to another foster home. Well, or let her whatever. Why was I never included in this plan? This is bullshit in a sense, sorry to say, and excuse my language, but I should have never been completely cut out of the picture. I'm the children's mother. What the fiddle are you doing? But I get it, because the government is saying, oh, well, you don't remember in 2009, you signed a paper that signed away your parental rights, which I did not realize, y'all, until 2012. So I'm just sort of left on the back burner, forgotten about, pushed away, not included, not allowed at family functions, not allowed on the doorstep of my parents' house to even drop off Christmas presents. That's how much they kept me out of their life. And now my daughter has chosen to move into some foster home somewhere out there. And I guarantee you that that definitely has something to do with, like, the social worker is involved with placing her. My mother was a social worker. So of course they have relationships and connections all over. But how, like, I just don't understand and how it's okay that I was completely X'd out. That's just, and I understand that it's the legal paper that I signed that did that, but we never went back to court to fix that. So I'm just permanently out of their life until they decide that they want me in their life. So it's really a hard situation. All the special occasions, the birthdays, special celebrations are just, are really difficult for me because none of them are in my life. So I would love for nothing less than to have contact and communication and let them know how much I love them and I'm sorry for the mistakes that I made. I really, really am. I wish I would have never made any of those mistakes, but I can't go backwards. So all I can do is try to make it better for the future. But it's not right. I agree, Carl. I hope you're right, Linda Logan, because it is a rough ride, kind of leaving it all to someone else. Someone else's responsibility. That's not their job. That's my job, and only my job. And it has just been, completely stripped away from me. So I would really appreciate a lot of prayers that this is something that happens for me this year and that we do start talking. Talk, text, email, FaceTime, like whatever. We are an entire province away from each other. So it's not like we can just get together for coffee. But yeah, it's heartbreaking. So it's definitely not right. And yeah, I'm just hopeful that with the prayers and your help that something changes, something gets better, But it's been another hard pill to swallow. Not gonna lie. Aw, thank you so much, Beth. I love ya. They've only listened to what your parents have told them. That's the problem. And I totally agree with you. I actually had a conversation with my parents at one point because I had stated that I was sure that maybe they hadn't necessarily badmouthed me, but when topics of me or questions about me came up, that they would probably divert or loosely answer it to kind of change the subject and get the kids interested in other things other than thinking about me. Like, I don't know. Right, Linda Logan? I know right from wrong as well, and I know when I've made mistakes and when I didn't. I know when I got better and when I didn't. I got better for years and it didn't help a damn thing. I went through counselings and programs and, AFM and all kinds of, work that I put into trying to get my kids back and bring my family back together. And I was doing that all throughout 2010, throughout 2011. But I didn't realize in 2009, when I was still pretty messed up, you guys, that I took the advice of my lawyer to sign this paper. And he was like, we'll just come back to court in a year and we'll relook at it then. And I didn't realize, because I had no legal experience at the time, that I actually needed to contact him in order to go back to court. He never was going to contact me. So I was kind of under the impression of, okay, so you got this. I will sign this because you're telling me to. You're my lawyer. You know what the fiddle you're doing. And we will visit this in a year again in court. Right. And then, that year came and went and there was no communication. The next year came and went, same thing. Like, I started trying to start communication with him, and then he ended up retiring. And then in 2012, when I found out that my parents were leaving Manitoba with my kids, I was like, wait a minute. What the fiddle? I have not okayed this at all. And that's when I started to look into, I went to Child and Family Services and said, listen, like my kids are with CFS, but my parents are supposedly moving to Ontario, and I don't want that to happen because then I'm not going to be able to see them at all. Meanwhile, it had already been signed off on by Child and Family Services government, and they were allowed to move because of that paper. Then I get handed a copy of that paper that has my signature at the bottom of it that states that I've signed away my parental rights. And I was like, I didn't even know that for like 3-4 years that they were in care. Such a freaking mess. I just had to let it go. And it's been a constant case of that. Let it go, pray it off, give it to God. Don't, stress and worry yourself. And that's how I've been living my life for like 11 years. I'm like, oh my God. It has triggered sometimes for me to transgress. And then I'm like, wait a minute, like this is not what I want to do. And I get back on my right track and I keep plowing forward. So I'm hoping to the God that seriously, without my parents and family involved now, that maybe there's a chance that maybe we can have a conversation and maybe we can have contact, maybe we can have communication. But we definitely need all those prayers, I think, in order for that to happen. So crazy. Yeah, it is devastating, but I just have to keep moving on and going forward and not allowing, the things that are out of my control to bother me, right? Like, or to take over and make me feel super depressed and stuff. Like, I don't want to live like that. So I have to train my brain to go the other way and think about anything else. Hence why there's like 4 jobs going on in my life. They're not all full time, but like seriously, guys, I like to stay busy so I don't have to focus on the things that I've lost, because my kids are my everything and they have had to be my nothing after being my everything for so many years. For 10 years, you guys, they had to go from being my everything to being nothing. So, I get it that I was making mistakes and I needed to straighten out and I needed to better myself. But damn, 11 years later, and this is what's happening. Like, I pray to God that this is the end of the no contact, because she's on her own and he's on his own. Well, he has been for years. He's consistently, my first son has consistently chose to not speak with me, which is his choice. Like, I cannot make people talk to me if they don't want to. So gotta go. Yeah. Okay, well. So it is what it is. I can't really hold on to all the pain. I gotta let it go. Chica hasn't answered, but like I said, I'm pretty sure she was on the last live, you guys. You're now making me worried about Chica. Like, is Chica okay? I hope so. So yeah, so we have festivities tonight with the fireworks. I'm going to put together a video of today's events and show you guys in an upload tomorrow. You can't blame them if their grandparents brainwashed. See, that's what I've been saying all along. I am like convinced of that, Leslie. Actually convinced. The last time my mother and I spoke was April 2018, and she basically said that I'd be lucky if I even had a relationship with my kids. And I believe that she does not want that to happen. I believe that she is going to make it so that if they choose to do that, they are throwing away their grandparents. That's what I feel like that's going to be. they're not going to be able to have both because they've never encouraged a relationship for all of us together. Your Wi-Fi's acting up, hon. Okay, well, have a great day. I certainly hope so, Linda Logan. Yes, happy Canada Day, Carl. But yeah, I definitely feel like things are pressured, and not in a good way, you know. I'm not gonna like get too much into it, but y'all know how I feel about that. Like, we all have to meet our makers and be held accountable for the decisions that we have made down here on earth, and that's how I freaking believe. So they are going to be held accountable just like I am. I think the only difference between them and I is I've confessed, and they still believe they've done nothing wrong. So yeah, man, it sucks. Your grandparents were the opposite with your grandson. His mom tore us apart from him. Yeah, that's really sad for real. Well, it is what it is. And if nothing else, I hope that they hear this message and they hear how much I really would like to love them and be in their life. I mean, sheesh, like, I gave birth to them. Of course I want to be in their life. Of course I want to celebrate their happiness and successes and their downs and their sadnesses. Like, I honestly do want to help them. And I feel like I give decent advice. I feel like I've been in shitty ass places for a long enough time that I can now, you know, I think I can give good advice on things. You know, you have to be there almost to do that, I feel like, you know? Such a good person, such a big heart. I pray that your kids will realize this one day. I really hope that too, Beth Days. I seriously hope they realize that too, but it is their choice, and I will never force myself on them, you know, even if I found out their phone numbers or, you know, their addresses and stuff, like, but that's just how I am, you know, not everybody's like me. But I won't force myself on them. Like, if they don't want to talk to me, that's fine, you know? Yeah. Yeah, I try to think like that, but it still feels like my loss, you know, Leslie? Like, I still feel like it's me that's lost out. So somebody had asked me to look up the Sean Hornbeck Foundation, which I did, which I see up until recently, up until 2013, it was a nonprofit charitable organization based in Richwoods, Missouri, devoted to the search for and rescue of abducted children. And it ran in the Sean Hornbeck search and rescue team. Very, very interesting, that case, for sure. It was a gentleman that had asked me to look that up, actually. I can't remember his name right now. You're so sweet, Linda. Well, I wouldn't be able to answer right now anyways, doing the live. Although I'm not going to stay on too much longer, though. Probably just a few more minutes, folks. I've got other things that I have to get done. And the festivities this evening. So stay tuned for the upload on the Canada Day celebrations tomorrow. Would love to see how you do your makeup. So Beth, I have video on my channel already. And if you look up Getting Ready or something like that. I think I named it Getting Ready with Me or something like that. You get a little tour of my home, and you get to see how I apply the makeup, which in all honesty, I'm literally only wearing blush, lipstick, and a little bit of mascara and eyeliner, and that's it. I just put a tiny bit of cover up under here just to cover up the bag a little bit because it's always dark. Oh, I love that, Crazy Legs. Heavenly Father, I come to you to ask that you give Sherry hope, comfort, and strength during this time in her life. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. That's friggin' awesome. I love that. Thank you so much for the prayer. I seriously feel like the prayer will help, like it will help, something. So it'll help me be able to deal with this. It'll help them have strength. I pray for their strength and guidance literally every single morning and night, twice a day. Sometimes if I just start randomly crying, I'll think like somebody must be going through something traumatic or emotional, and it's triggering mine or something. Because there's usually, like, it happens every so often. There's nothing on the TV that's created it. I'm not thinking about anything that would have triggered it. It literally just suddenly comes out of nowhere, and it's just an emotion that wells up, and I start crying, and I'm wondering why. Like, because I'm not sad personally. I sincerely feel like that's my inner connection to my children, having gone through some type of pain themselves at that moment, and I'm feeling it too. So. But I think that we're all connected like that, like with our children and our family. I would like to think so, but I don't know. I wonder how many times my mom started crying because I've been just devastated and crying. I wonder if that's happened. Has she been triggered? Does she ever feel sad about what she's done and where I've been and gone and all the fights that we had? And like, does she ever feel bad? I wonder. But like, by the sounds of it, no. And some people have told me like it takes a certain kind of person to be a social worker. So I don't know how true that is. I don't know how much psychology stuff and all that kind of crap is in that course. I've never taken it, but it's a long course. Isn't it like 4 or 6 years or something? It's a long time to get your social work degree. So I don't know how true it is that it's a certain kind of person that can go into that type of job, whether you really have to be able to disassociate your feelings and emotions from caring or compassion, or I don't know. I could see her having some of those traits though from her own abuse in childhood and crap, but I don't know. You were sad yesterday and your mom felt it big time. She came in here and held me. Aw, that's so sweet. I'm so happy for you, Leslie, that you have that. That's amazing. I really needed a hug the other day, and I messaged my neighbor to ask what she was doing, and she said her back was sore and she was laying down. So I didn't want to bug her and be like, oh, I just wanted a hug. But so I just prayed. That's my hug. So yeah, I love you guys. I love you guys for watching, tuning in for the special live today. Don't forget, Friday is our next live, 5 p.m. Central Daylight Savings Time. If you enjoyed this little bit of time with me, you can throw up a like, a thumbs up. It gives me nothing more than the support and the exception that you enjoyed spending some time together here with me. And I appreciate it. So, I sincerely love you guys. I will definitely be uploading Canada Day celebrations in a video for you to enjoy tomorrow. And I hope you guys love it. And we'll see you guys again Friday for sure. If not, be in between then, But I'm pretty busy this week, so I don't know if I'll be able to do it all. So I love you guys so much. You guys are great, amazing. Mwah, 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 mwah. And I will certainly see you guys back on Friday. Stay safe out there and love you. Bye for now.